Here today with Elaine Fernando of Organized Transitions. Welcome, Elaine.
Hi, how are you, Una?
Very well, thank you. And yourself?
Great, thank you.
Would you tell us a bit about your company and the area that you cover?
My company's name is Organized Transitions LLC. We're based in New Jersey. We're a professional organizing and move management company. But we pretty much service most of the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. But depending on the client's moves, we go pretty much all over the country and if needed, international.
That's amazing. Well, can you tell me what a day in the life of a move manager looks like?
When I manage a client's move or I do estate closeouts and other organizing projects, I sit down with a client and I discuss their timeline, what the objectives are, and then also there's a lot of things to consider, special considerations like children with special needs or seniors with medical and cognitive challenges, which we have to put into consideration. And once we have established the parameters of the project, we execute. And when we execute, a typical day is managing all of these moving parts and executing it flawlessly and to make it as stress-free as possible for the client.
Yeah, an already stressful situation. You must be absolutely, taking the stress away from those situations. Must be a big challenge. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you have, if you have some formal training or certification, Elaine, can you tell us a little bit about that?
My background is I used to come from Wall Street. I did international investment banking for 25 years. I have a master's in finance from an Ivy League university. So I always considered project management as my top skill. So you could throw everything and anything at me. I love it. I love the challenge and, that's what it's all about. I'm also a member of the National Association of Professional Organizers. They're actually called now National Association of Organizing and Productivity Professionals. And they have a specialty chapter, which is the moving and relocation, which I'm also a member of.
That's great. That's great. What do you think is the biggest stressor for your clients?
Whether it's a move, closing out an estate, an office, all my clients have the same stressor. Mm-hmm. It is the when to do it, where, how to start. All of these questions, when they hit them, it's just way too overwhelming. And you have to think it is an overwhelming transition in a client's life.
Yeah. And
what I'm all about is to make it as stress-free as possible. So I take on their stress.
It seems as though, from what you've said about your training, that you're well equipped to take on that stress.
Yes. And the more stress it is, the more enjoyable it is.
So how has the MaxSold experience been for you so far?
It's been wonderful. I wish I met you guys way earlier. Whether it's downsizing for a senior, closing out an estate, now I tell my clients, let's go to MaxSold. Let's see what we can sell before we decide what to empty the house. Let's see what we can sell, do this process. And the way you guys do it is just wonderful. It helps me. You do everything from picture taking to launching the auction, everything. Hands down. Thank you so much.
That's wonderful. That's really wonderful to hear. I'm really pleased that we've been able to help you out that way. What do you think the biggest benefit MaxSold has brought to your service?
Time. Because you're able to close something out for me in the shortest time possible. The client that we're working on right now that's in your auction, I think I called you guys 3 weeks or a month ago, and now it's already on the internet, so that's amazing.
That's fantastic. Time's something you don't get back, right? You can't buy it. That's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah. And the challenge for me is, like having multiple projects is to have the least commitment and time for a project so I could do other projects.
Yeah, absolutely. In your mind, what separates MaxSold from other options that are available to you?
I think the ability to just go on the internet and just open up the auction at $1 is very welcoming to anybody, anybody in all scales of. If you go to certain auction houses, you have to be in the guest list.
Yeah, exactly. It makes an estate sale accessible to all sizes of estates, I suppose, right? Like we can scale it to the size of what is for sale, basically.
Yeah. So I mean, you don't have to be worth $1 million to go into the auction.
It's true. You don't need to have a Picasso.
Not that they won't want to do it, but it's not limiting.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Inga.
It's been really nice to chat with you today.